Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. Pray. Pray.
Namaste, everyone. Hello and welcome. Welcome to Dr. Pillai's Religion of Religions YouTube channel. This is Donna from Pillai Center. My spiritual name is Ronnie, and we welcome you with love. As today we transcend time, transcend karma with Kala Bhairava. We're so glad that you are with us today. It's an important power time as Kala Bhairava's birthday is just around the corner here. So if you're new to this program, this is Dr. Pillai. He is a fully enlightened master, and this is his picture that you see on the screen. And he has said that the foundation of all religions is love, and it is his supreme desire through this Religion of Religions channel to unite the many different religions by meeting in the spiritual realm, by meeting in the heart. We truly respect all religions and choose to unite with them all in the experience of the divine, the experience of divine love, where there is no separation from each other. So, Dr. Pillai has said that karma is time. So karma will make you remain in the same job, the same business, the same whatever you are doing, and that is karma. But the time of Kala Bhairava is that you can transcend this time. You can transcend this karma and then create another time. So, in this program, we are going to learn more about Kala Bhairava, the mantra to connect to him and to change our concept of time. And by doing that, we're going to change our karma and step into a destiny of abundance. But first, we are going to invoke the presence of Lord Ganesha to remove any obstacles to keep us from this divine experience, to remove any obstacles that keep us from receiving the knowledge, the wisdom, and the blessings of the divine. He is the deity we call upon first. He is supreme intelligence. He knows the future in this galaxy and the next, and can foresee and remove any obstacles. So we will chant Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha 9 times to invoke his presence.
Om Dham Ganapataye Namaha. Om Dham Ganapataye Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gham 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 Ganapataye Namaha.
Shri Ganesha, we bow to you. Be with us today in this gathering. Remove any obstacles that keep us from you, that keep us from feeling your love, your presence in our hearts. In humble gratitude, we pray your name. Om Gam, Om Gam, Om Gam. Kala Bhairava. He is a fierce form of Lord Shiva. He is a punisher, a ferocious avatar who can do so many things. He took form to ensure that righteousness was established. Of the many avatars of Lord Shiva, Kala Bhairava is known to be the keeper of time, just as his name suggests. Kala Bhairava has great significance in Hinduism. According to legend, this form of Lord Shiva destroys fear. He protects his devotees from enemies like greed, anger, and lust. Worshipping Lord Kala Bhairava is very auspicious and admirable, as he blesses his devotees with a fulfillment of their wishes, protection against negativity, allowing spiritual progress, health, success, and prosperity. He helps to overcome diseases, adversaries, enemies, and poverty. Dr. Pillai has said that Kala Bhairava, the archetype of time, puts an end to procrastination. Kala Bhairava can persuade us to skip the bad time choices that we make in the form of laziness, lethargy, and idleness. We also receive the power of enlightened consciousness through him, giving us discrimination to choose right action. And as we enter the golden age, it is a critical time to take responsibility, to understand and practice the techniques to evolve, and evolve quickly, which is where Kala Bhairava comes into play. So now let's watch a video from Dr. Pillai on how we can change our destiny by changing our time, and the importance of respecting time. This also helps us to change our karma. Our karma is etched in stone if we do nothing. But gaining an understanding and putting that understanding into action, everything can change. So let's watch this video from Dr. Pillai.
Our problem has been all around too much focus and dependence on material reality. And material reality is so dumb. And we have glorified it, and then we don't even know that there is a spiritual reality beyond. the material reality. 8 is a very, very important number. Number was given to us by the divine in order to organize ourselves. The yogis in India know the significance of it. 8 is the number of time. 8 is the number of life. 8 is the number of Saturn. 8 is the number for wealth. 8 is the number also for introspection. 8 is also the number of death. The 8th moon is also the moon for the god of time, the Kronos, Kala Bhairava. There is someone up there in the universe who is called Kronos in Greek mythology, but in the Hindu tradition he is called Kala Bhairava, which means that the god Bhairava who is in charge of time. He has his own universe, and what he does in that universe is create time units for different universes. He is creating time. So you can get in touch with him to change your time. Changing your time is changing your destiny. How our life is reorganized, even in a second, we cannot catch up with it because we are so engrossed in the material reality. So it is the time that we can… there is a quantum leap that can happen, that you can completely leave your material logical mind and then go into your quantum mechanical mind, in which there are all kinds of possibilities. So I'm going to talk to you about some of the secrets. It's a secret about time. Time is everything. You should not waste even 1 minute of your time or misuse it. This I have been calling as insulting time. If you misuse time or don't use time properly, it's called insulting time. And when you insult time, you insult money, so money will not come to you. Not only money will not come to you, but there will be no rewarding action at all. So when you look at life itself, there are two axes, the X and Y axis in life. One of the axes is time, the other axis are events. The events are placed in one axis and time is another axis. This is how diagrammatically you can represent time and happenings. There are certain times, there are certain happenings. And there are times which are good, there are times which are bad. That is generally speaking in one's life. But there are also times on an everyday basis. There's time now, now the time is say 1:30 here. And it is the time for me to talk about time, because this is 1 o'clock is the time of Kala Bhairava, 1 p.m. now here. And the time is perfect to do this video because this is also the 8th moon. The 8th moon is the time of the god of time. The god of time has his own time, and that time is the 8th moon at 1 o'clock. And that's exactly the time that I am trying to do this video. I have decided that I'm not going to just waste time hereafter. So I have wasted enough time. That's my own reflection of my own life. So this I wanted to pass on to you is just evaluate what you are doing at every moment. So you wake up in the morning and then time passes away without any reward. So any time that you waste is you are offending the god of time. You also happen to waste time because in a previous lifetime you have insulted Kala Bhairava. So there is a remedy for this, and that remedy is doing a ritual for Kala Bhairava during the Ashtami, the 8th moon time. Just pray to him So the most important message for all of us today is that time is very important. Also evaluate what you are doing at that time. You may be busy, but busy with what? That's also another thing that you have to take into consideration. Busy with doing something very stupid, something that is not very rewarding. That's also a waste of time. So every minute, every hour should be spent in the most productive, most useful way. And it's difficult for one person to do that, because anybody to do that, because you have a karma. Everybody has a karma. So karma is time. So karma will make you to remain in the same mode of operation, the same job, the same business, the same whatever you are doing. And that is karma, that is karmic time. But the time of Kala Bhairava is that you can transcend this time, you can transcend this karma and then create another time. And the first thing that you have to do is stop blah blahing, stop talking on the phone for a longer time. So just establish certain rules. I'm not going to talk to anybody more than 5 minutes or 10 minutes. There's nothing there to actually to talk for a longer period of time unless you want to waste time. So the most important thing for you to do is just be conscious of your time and use it very, very intelligently. Then the life will be successful.
So be conscious of time. Be conscious of what you're doing. Stay alert is another way to say it. When we waste time, we insult the gods, specifically the god of time. So, more information about Kala Bhairava. He'll remove fear. He will make you courageous. And then he will give you enlightened consciousness. And he's very fast and will also give you great bliss. So here is another clip from Dr. Pillai explaining a little bit more about why we should connect with Kala Bhairava. And after that, we will chant.
Why do I care to worship Kala Bhairava? Kala Bhairava represents the highest and the most valuable categories for both the universe and as far as your personal life is concerned. He embodies the principle of time. Time is represented as Kala Bhairava functionally by the ancient civilizations. But let's go back to time as you can understand. Somebody came to see me from Richmond, driving 3 hours. And I told them, what happened to the space and time when you were traveling? They were both integrally involved. If you had a helicopter, it could have gotten here in half hour or 20 minutes. But you took 3 hours. Why? What happened when you took a helicopter? You speeded up. So speed is related to time and space. Time and space is not simply some new understanding that Einstein brought. It was, of course, very important to bring time as the fourth dimensions, because the other two dimensions of length, width, and height are indeed about only space, and the fourth is time, and it is very difficult to conceive of time. He did a wonderful job, no doubt about it. But then the even more wonderful, more powerful, more profitable is good to Kala Bhairava, the god of time. the god of space. The god of time is also mind, so the god of mind. So he will give you a super space, a super mind, and a super time, maybe a femto time or autos time. All these are possible with Kala Bhairava, and there is no need for you to go study Einsteinian physics, which of course you and I can't understand. So what we can understand and relate to and get benefited from is Kala Bhairava and shake hands with him, and then he is going to simply disappear. The disappearance of Kala Bhairava on December 30th, according to anbalayam.com, you may want to visit that site, is on the 30th, which I agree. So the disappearance means that he is going from the disappearance of the mind, the disappearance of time. You will be timeless, you are mindless. Then what will you be then? Then you will be like God. God has no time. God has no mind. No division. So it will be just fantastic. And how do you live this? That's the most important thing. You have to live Kala Bhairava. How do you live Kala Bhairava? You have to apply him to everything you think about, because you think about everything in a very limited, time-bound, space-bound, mind-bound categories. That's the principles. You cannot think something outrageous, okay? Or a space, also puts its limitations. All of them are related to. So when you plan your event, you have to do in two ways. One is time-bound, which is yourself, the bound, enslaved by lower level of cognition and behavior. Kala Bhairava is going to disappear on 30th. That's true. That exists. I'm not saying that you have to give up. You cannot give up even if you want to. Whenever you apply this to everything that you do in your life, then you will see that you are not constrained. You are not putting limitations. You've got to do it. Yeah, this is what my planning is, but I'm open. Open what? Open to what? Kala Bhairava. Kala Bhairava, I'm open to you. To give you heavenly life, divine life, not bound by rationality, by three-dimensional space, or by anything. Kala Bhairava is boundless. He disappears. There's no mind in this. So that is going to be a great thing. And even by lighting just a candle for Kala Bhairava every day, and then just say Om Kala Bhairavaya Namaha, Om Swarna Krishna Bhairavaya Namaha, Om Kala Bhairavaya Namaha, Om Kala Bhairavaya Namaha. Udyamo Bhairava, Udyamo Bhairava, Udyamo Bhairava, Udyamo Bhairava. Thank you, Kala Bhairava.
So, two things to do. Two things. One is do your mundane life, your time-bound life. Why we're here, we're doing it. But number two is always be open to Kala Bhairava. Apply him to everything to give you guidance, a heavenly life, a divine life. By doing that, you will not be bound then by the three-dimensional space or reality. You can be boundless in your mundane life by always staying connected to Kala Bhairava. And we can be more focused on this connection by cutting down on the blah blah, like he said in the previous video. Again, light a candle every day and say his mantras, preferably at 1 p.m. daily if possible. So today we're going to chant two of the suggested mantras that Dr. Pillai just said in this video. The mantra found in the Shiva Sutras is Udyamo Bhairava. Literally, Udyamo means the pinnacle of consciousness, the reward for one's spiritual perseverance. Another loose translation is this: in the silence between two thoughts during contemplation, the illumination of Bhairava manifests. In the silence between two thoughts. Now, let's chant this mantra. If you can chant aloud, all the better, as it will engage your entire system. But first, let's just close our eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath in and let it go. When we dive fully into chanting, our thoughts will slow down. Dr. Pillai has said that karma is your thought process. So if we transcend our thoughts, we transcend our time. And if we transcend time, we transcend our karma. So if thoughts arise, don't invest in them. They're just thoughts. Let them pass as clouds in the sky on a warm summer day. You don't get invested in those. You just let them go by. Same thing with thoughts. As Dr. Pillai has quoted many times, thoughts are your guest. They check in, they check out. It's a quick stay. But just gently come back to the mantra. So take another deep breath. And release. Listen for the silence between your thoughts. There you will find the blessed Lord.
Udyamo Bhairava 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 Udhyamo 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 Bhairava
Listen for the silence between your thoughts. Now, stay in a prayerful mind. Our next chant will be Om Shri Swarna Karshana Bhairavaya Namaha. In this chant, we are invoking the presence of the gold-giving form of Lord Bhairava, Lord Shiva. As you chant, stay open to the vast blessings being poured out upon you right now. Let's chant.
Om Shri Swarna Akarshana Bhairavaya Namaha. 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 Om Shri Karnakarshana Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Shri Karnakarshana Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Shri Karnakarshana Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Shri Akarshana 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 Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Shri Swarna 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 Akarshana Bhairavaya Namaha.
Receive the gold from Sri Swarna Karshana Bhairava. Now, close your eyes. Your thoughts have slowed down. Become aware of the stillness inside of you. Focus on the silence between your thoughts. If a thought arises, let it pass. And then listen for the silence between your thoughts. Listen to the silence between your thoughts. And in that silence, we meet the Blessed Lord. Slowly and gently, you can begin to come back to yourself. If you'd like to continue to meditate, listening to the silence, please feel free to do so. Otherwise, you can end the meditation. Maybe take another deep breath. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. So I love this picture. We have, of course, Swarna Karshana Bhairava in the center, pouring gold into the hands of Lakshmi on the right. And on the left is Kubera. Kubera is the banker of heaven. He's also one that you want to get in touch with. If you look on YouTube, Kubera, Kubera. That's really good. He's important. You know, we can chant Shreem Brazi, we can chant all kinds of different wealth-building mantras. But if we're not in touch with the banker, how do we get the money out? That was my experience anyway. So I did all these mantras and I had all this storehouse, but it wasn't until I connected with Kubera that, oh, okay, now I can make a withdrawal. Cool. So feel free to post in the chat any experiences you had today if you'd like to share with them, with the group. Beloved Superstar says, I feel like crying. Good. Crying's good. It washes the soul. I've also heard it said that when the heart opens, we cry. So be thankful for that. So just a reminder of how to pray to Kala Bhairava at home. You're going to light a candle every day and say his mantras. Again, the power time for Kala Bhairava is daily at 1 p.m., wherever you are, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Placing a yantra of Kala Bhairava is very good, and then you can offer flowers, prayers, and mantras. Let me post in the chat. Here's a link to the Pillai store where you can get mantras. There's the Kala Bhairava mantra, and then there's also a Swarnakarshana Bhairava yantra. So another thing that you can do to connect with Lord Kala Bhairava is feeding dogs. Feeding stray dogs. You can feed dogs in a shelter. You know, on days like Kala Bhairava's birthday, which is on Monday, it's a very auspicious time to do that because the dog is considered to be the mount, you know, the vehicle for Kala Bhairava. And as we said, Kala Bhairava's birthday is next Monday, and that is the 8th moon. As Dr. Pillai mentioned, the significance of the number 8. This 8th moon is the moon for Kala Bhairava, the god of time. So there's currently a course going on, which started yesterday, and for some of you it was this morning, and will continue through the birthday with special initiations into 4 different forms of the god of time. Remember, when you transcend time, you transcend your mind. And when you transcend your mind, you transcend your karma. So the 4 different Kala Bhairavas are, last night we did Kala Bhairava, transcending time, which was a really powerful initiation. Tonight will be Femto and Ato Bhairava, which is also transcending the mind. And then the following day will be Swarnakarshana Bhairava, to attract gold. And finally, on the last day, December 4th, will be Ananda Bhairava, who can give you instantaneous enlightenment and bliss. So if you want, you can enroll for all 4 sessions. You know, you can get last night's session on demand by enrolling, and there's still time to actually go through that program. It's on the website when you enroll, and then be ready for the next session, which will be in about 7 hours. So you can get all 4 of those, or if you want, you can just do the final session, which is on Kala Bhairava's actual birthday, which is December 4th. So let me grab this link and put that in the chat as well. And by the way, both of the links that I've shared are in the description area underneath the video box, so you can refer back to it, as this chat will probably disappear when we close out the call. Yeah, beloved superstar is saying, I have been praying for a heart opening. My prayers have been answered. My prayers are always answered. Yeah, exactly. You know, these deities are just waiting for us to turn to them and say, hey, can you help me? Sure, you bet. You bet. Did you want that now? Okay. Nana is saying, I do the Kubera number chart every day. First Ganesha, then Lakshmi, then Kubera. Yeah, great. It makes a difference. It's a very cool process. This Kubera yantra, it's the different numbers that you memorize and repeat 9 times before moving on to the next one. And that in itself is a meditation. Oh, thank you. Laura saying, magnificent meditation today. My heart goes with so much gratitude for outstanding work and wonderful presence. So thank you. Nirmala says, all glory to Babaji. All glory to Babaji. Yes, indeed. Yeah. He is the guiding force through all of this. He is the conduit. He is the link between the mundane and the divine. And we hold so dearly on to his feet. Take us with you, Babaji. Take us with you. So that will be, that's it for today. Thank you guys for joining. Hope you had a wonderful experience today and will continue to have wonderful experiences throughout, not only just throughout the birthday, but going forward in life. Always stay connected to Kala Bhairava. Waiting's a waste of time. Kala Bhairava can fix that. Yeah, Dr. Pillai had said in one of the videos that we watched today that Kala Bhairava is in charge of all kinds of different galaxies, different times and whatever. And Earth plane moves so slow. So very slow. So, yeah, Kala Bhairava can definitely help us. Let's get this show on the road here. Let's speed this up. So, yeah, beloved superstar saying, I'm grateful for everyone. Yes, indeed. So, with that, we will close our program today. Thank you again for joining. Thank you, Nana, for always taking such lovely care of us in chat. Our blessed Dr. Pillai, we thank you. Lord Ganesha, for removing the obstacles that allowed us to experience the blessings today. And of course, to Lord Kala Bhairava. We'll be seeing more and more of you. Indeed. So God bless you guys. We love you. We'll see you soon. Namaste.
उद्यमो भैरवा उद्यमो भैरवा उद्यमो भैरवा उद्यमो भैरवा उद्यमो भैरवा